Arsenal have a decision to make. We have some brilliant forward players. Do we maybe lack that out-and-out striker? Maybe. But has it affected us? No. I mean, Jesus and Havertz are the two guys we've got at the minute, and they're both fit. So you have to answer the question of what one do you go for? Let me know in the comment section. Who do you go for, Jesus or Havertz? I think there's a couple of interesting things to bear in mind before you can make this decision. But before we get into it, if you do enjoy this daily Arsenal content, just give me a thumbs up on this video. So let's get into it. So to me, it seems like Arsenal have a habit of always having, like one of the best strikers in the league. You can go back through a list of names like Aubameyang, Sanchez, Thierry Henry, Robin van Persie, Ian Wright. There are a list of names throughout history where Arsenal have had that main guy up top who bangs in the most goals in the league. We haven't had that this season, but it hasn't really affected our numbers. All you've got to do is look at the numbers. Look, Arsenal, most goals scored in the league, 7 more than City, 5 more than Liverpool. Our goal difference is 11 higher than Man City, 7 higher than Liverpool. So if you didn't know these team names and you just looked at them stats, and I asked you, well, pick out to me what team needs a striker, you wouldn't come to the conclusion that it was Arsenal. So why is there this public opinion that Arsenal can't win the league without having that goal scorer, that out-and-out number 9? Because, like I said, the stats don't suggest it. The goals scored don't suggest it. This season, we've had Havertz and Jesus up top, sometimes with Trossard as well, to be fair. But does that mean it wouldn't be even higher if we got an out-and-out goal scorer? I don't know, not necessarily. Because if you do get a goal scorer, sometimes the goals are less shared around. And we know that is Mikel Arteta's philosophy in this team. We share out the goals in this team, and that's exactly what we've been doing. I don't see a problem with it, and whatever we're doing is working. But in this video, we're going to break down who should be Arsenal's number 9 going forward for this last Premier League run. And we know this is going to be the most important Premier League run-in of Arsenal's recent history, so we have to get it right. And I think we got a couple of options that are very, very good. We're going to start with Gabriel Jesus, okay? So far this season, he's played 26 games, 8 goals, and he's had 4 in the league and 4 in the Champions League. But he's also had 5 assists, which is good. We know about Jesus. Does he miss some chances? Yes. But does he sometimes create a chance for himself or for someone else with a bit of magic? Yes, Gabriel Jesus does offer you that. So you can go with that option. Or you can go with Kai Havertz, whose numbers this season, 39 games, 9 goals, 3 assists. Don't forget, his goal numbers will be affected by the fact that he was asked to play centre midfield for a lot of this season. He was Arsenal's number 8. So maybe his goal ratio isn't as good as some of the strikers across the Premier League. But this is absolutely one of the form strikers in Europe. Just look what Kai Havertz has done recently. He scored so many goals for Arsenal, important goals as well. We know he's a big game player. Look at the game he played yesterday. France v Germany. You can't get any bigger than that. France are probably the best international team in world football. And Kai Havertz scores in a game like that. I honestly see this Havertz as being the most confidence-inspired Havertz that I've ever seen. I haven't seen Havertz play with this kind of confidence, this kind of just being comfortable in his role or in himself as a player. He doesn't panic. Like, just look at the way he's been able to link up recently. He could have been blamed early in this season of having a poor touch. Just look at the game last night. Look at the games recently. He hasn't had nowhere near as many as them bad touches that he has been accused of having in the past. And I just think that is a confidence thing. Havertz, to me, is a confidence player. And because he is a confidence player, at the minute he's playing with confidence, keep playing him. That's my opinion anyway. If I'm being asked right now, who do you pick in these next games? Jesus or Havertz? Listen, I'm going Havertz. And I love Gabriel Jesus. When every single player is at their maximum 100%, Gabriel Jesus might just be our most talented player in the whole Arsenal squad. Certainly in that front 3 positions. Gabriel Jesus can do things with a ball and can craft an opportunity for himself and others that I don't think many players in the world can. Gabriel Jesus does some phenomenal things, but I don't think we can ignore the form of Kai Havertz at the minute. I think Kai Havertz does have the ability, to be considered one of the best strikers in Europe. And I know people are going to laugh when they hear that statement, but this isn't the same Kai Havertz that we've got used to over these past few seasons. Go back and check my early videos. I was saying when he was brought in, I'm not sure why we've done this. Why are we bringing Kai Havertz in? He probably can't be the man to fire us to the title. That's what we need. Do I still hold that opinion? No, because you can change your mind when more facts present themselves. And the fact of the matter is, at the minute, Kai Havertz is playing unbelievably well. Probably one of the most formed players in the whole Premier League. So in answer to the question of this video, who should Arsenal be playing as a striker at the minute, Kai Havertz or Gabriel Jesus? My answer is Kai Havertz. I would love to know yours. Now, does that mean Gabriel Jesus is not going to get that many more minutes going forward? No. We know we've got Saka out with injury. We got Martinelli out with injury. How valid these injuries are, we're not sure yet. Hopefully they're not too bad and both these players are available. But that doesn't mean Gabriel Jesus wouldn't be the next guy, you know, in the pecking order. I know we've got Trossard as well, and his stats are actually really good at the moment as well. But I think Gabriel Jesus is a player that we still need to be utilising in this Premier League run-in. Even if it's not as a striker. Even if you're in a game where maybe you can't take Kai Havertz off. Maybe where you do still need a goal. I think you can still change one of the wingers and bring Jesus in. I don't think it would be a disrespect to Jesus to say, I need you to play on the wing. You know, he had that role at Man City. I think Jesus is a player that can adapt to most roles in a team. I wouldn't be surprised if Jesus is played in the number 10 because I think he has certain qualities that suit that position. So I don't think it's a bad idea to stick Jesus on the wing. I think he can offer us so much on the wing. The fact of the matter is both of these guys are going to be so important in this run-in now. We know we're in the Premier League title race. We're in the Champions League. We're going to need all of our players available for the games against Bayern Munich, for the games against Man City. And then even after the City game, you're still going to have important Premier League games. Look at the run-ins. Arsenal probably have the hardest run-in of the Premier League season. So I don't think it's going to be plain sailing for whoever is playing that number 9 position. I think if Havertz goes a game or two without scoring a goal, I think we're going to be in a position where it's so cutthroat that then he's dropped or he's switched out for Gabriel Jesus. I think you need to keep freshening it up. When you've got these two players who have this ability, I wouldn't be surprised if we keep changing it every other game or every 2 or 3 games because it's so important. We need to have players that are capable of scoring in games. And if you're not doing it, then you need to be switched out for someone else. But what that means is when they do start is they know there's an expectation they have to score. Now, can that cause pressure? Maybe. But we're in a pressured environment. We're fighting for Premier Leagues. We're fighting for Champions Leagues. So I know a lot of people would say we can't put that pressure on the players. This is what we are now. We're fighting for leagues. We're fighting for Champions League. It is pressure. So you either can deal with it or you can't. And I think these players are going to be able to deal with it. And I can't wait. We are 7 days away for that game against Man City. We've got so much content coming up every single day about Man City, but mainly about Arsenal. And of course, we're going to be breaking down that Man City game. So make sure you're subscribed. In other news, England played yesterday and they lost. Am I surprised? No. Poor performance. There was a couple of good individual performances. Declan Rice was the man of the match in my opinion. I actually like the look at Anthony Gordon as well. I think he had a good game. Declan Rice bossed that game and he deserves a manager that's willing to be a bit more ambitious. He needs players around him with direction from the manager to go out there and attack. And he doesn't have that in the England team. He must listen to Gareth Southgate's tactics and think, what on earth is this guy? He's so far behind Mikel Arteta tactically. It's almost embarrassing. You know, a lot of people don't like Southgate. I don't like Southgate as a manager. I mean, as a person, he's probably all right. But we need someone in that managerial position for England who's progressive, who's willing to take risks. Not someone whose favourite player is Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire! We can't be having that in this England team if we're wanting to succeed. Let me know your thoughts. Some of you might like Southgate, but them tactics last night were embarrassing. Just soak up pressure, allow Brazil to score, and then not do anything. What was the plan? I don't know. But anyway, thanks so much to everyone for watching and listening. Before you go, like I said, if you could, just give me a thumbs up on this video. Just like it. And subscribe. And I'll speak to you all in tomorrow's video. Gooners, have a good day.